The city slept. Shadows stretched from buildings, long and hungry. A cold wind, whispering secrets, rattled the bare branches of trees lining the deserted streets. Rain threatened, a heavy presence in the air, making the asphalt gleam like polished obsidian.
Just a few more hours.
Rahul, slumped over the wheel of his taxi, felt the city's exhaustion seeping into his bones. His eyes, gritty and tired, scanned the empty road. Another night shift, another hour passing with no fares.
Just a few more hours and I can go home, crawl into bed and forget about the endless nights and the echoing emptiness of the city after midnight.
A faint ping from the radio startled him. Finally, a fare. Crescent Road. He knew the area, old Victorian houses with peeling paint, shrouded in an almost tangible air of melancholy.
Crescent Road, huh? Let's get this done.
He punched the address into the GPS and steered the car towards the flickering gaslights of Crescent Road. The woman stood at the curb, a solitary figure beneath a flickering street lamp. She was dressed in a simple black dress, her face veiled in shadow. As he pulled up, she turned, and the streetlight caught her face for a fleeting moment. She was beautiful, with sharp cheekbones and eyes that seemed to hold a lifetime of sadness.
Greenwood Cemetery.
Her voice, a low murmur that seemed to disappear into the night air, sent a shiver down Rahul's spine, but he pushed it aside, attributing it to the cold. He nodded, a strange unease settling in his gut, and she got in. The silence in the car was heavy, punctuated only by the rhythmic swish of the windshield wipers as the rain finally began to fall. He stole glances at his passenger in the rearview mirror. Her gaze was fixed on the passing scenery, or what little of it the darkness didn't swallow.
What's her story?
Greenwood Cemetery loomed before them, iron gates standing open like the jaws of a slumbering beast. The cemetery was ancient, its headstones worn smooth by time and weather, sentinels in the deepening gloom.
Turn here.
She directed him deeper into the labyrinthine network of graves, her voice barely a whisper, her finger tracing a path on the fogged-up window. Each turn they took seemed to plunge them further into a chilling silence, the city sounds left far behind. The car crawled to a stop before a crumbling headstone, half hidden in the shadows. As she did, a gust of wind swept through the graveyard, stirring fallen leaves into a spectral waltz around the car. It was a bone-chilling cold that seemed to emanate from the woman herself. He watched her approach the grave, her silhouette stark against the backdrop of ancient trees and leaning headstones.
Hearing a faint whisper on the wind. Anna, Anna.
He shook his head, trying to clear the cobwebs of fatigue and the unsettling feeling that had taken root in his gut. The whispers continued, growing louder, merging with the rustling leaves and his own quickening heartbeat. And then it hit him. The date on the headstone, the name, the woman's face. An old news clipping flashed through his mind, a cold case never solved. A young woman, Anna, brutally murdered 20 years ago on this very night. The picture in the newspaper, even faded with time, was undoubtedly the woman standing before him. He blinked, and when he opened his eyes again, the woman was gone. The back seat was empty, the air thick with an icy chill. The only sound was the relentless drumming of rain on the car roof and the echo of his own ragged breathing. He sped away from the cemetery, the image of the woman and the chilling whispers echoing in his mind. He never looked back, his heart pounding a frantic rhythm against his ribs. He knew then, with a certainty that chilled him to the bone, that some fares are not meant for the living, and some stories, whispered on the wind, are warnings to those who dare to listen. Be careful who you pick up on these dark, lonely nights. Some passengers never truly reach their final destination.